Hi everyone, welcome to yet another video on TutorialsPoint. Today we will talk about how to overcome stage fear. Well, do you feel anxious or sad or nervous whenever you have to give a speech in front of a group of people? Well, if yes, then this is a video tutorial I would really urge you to watch out for. Well, research actually says that 80% of the population in the world today prefers to die rather than come up and speak in front of a group of people. Well, this was a particular stage wherein even I felt a lot of stage fear. But worry not, because we are here to guide you how to overcome this stage fear. Let's get started. Well, we will talk about how to define stage fright, identify symptoms of stage fear, visualization strategies, strategies in advance of the program and strategies when the program actually begins, skills and attitude to conquer stage fear. We will describe in detail in terms of how to get rid of this stage fear that you might have. So well, let's get started on this module. What exactly is stage fear? Well, if you have been asked to present something in front of a group of people, the kind of feelings that you might have in terms of anxiousness is something that is known as stage fear. Well, stage fear, or also known as performance anxiety, is the anxiety, fear or persistent phobia which may be aroused in an individual by the requirement to perform in front of a group of audience. Well, you might have to perform in front of one person or many people. The fact remains that this phobia of stage fear needs to be removed from your life so that you can look and feel very confident when you have to stand and present in front of a group of people. Well, before we even begin to get into the tips and tricks to remove stage fear, let us first understand the most important root cause of stage fear. Why do people have stage fear? Let's have a look at that. Inadequate preparation. Well friends, if you have not prepared yourself in a good manner and an efficient manner, definitely you are there in front of people not knowing or not prepared what to say. So preparation is the most important thing. Fear of being judged. Well, a lot of times when we are actually standing in front of a people, or rather a group of people, you might think in your mind that this one or that one will think about me, or how will they judge me? Will they like me? Will they not like me? So these are certain feelings you might go through. Unfamiliarity with the audience or the environment. You might have to present a speech in front of a people whom you do not know. They can be complete strangers, or you might have to present in front of an environment which is not familiar to you. That can also cause stage fear. Lack of knowledge about public speaking is another reason why people may fear. Fear of inadequacy. You might not feel that you are really adequate or efficient or good to perform in front of people. Fear of the unknown. Now this fear is something that even God cannot help us with, because this is a fear wherein you feel you do not know something. Negative past experiences. Anything which has happened in the past which has not left a very nice or a positive mark on you can feel or make you feel inadequate in terms of performance or stage fear. Well friends, these are certain reasons which is actually the root cause of stage fear, and we need to really uproot all these causes. In fact, it is a good idea to start writing down what are your reasons why you have stage fear. Well, if you have been asked to present something, a speech or a presentation, you might have certain symptoms. So you might feel certain things in your body, physiological symptoms which will help you understand that you are going through stage fear. So you might have a dry mouth, you might not be able to speak well, trembling lips, sweaty and cold hands, and that happens quite a lot to people wherein their hands get all cold and they really feel sweaty with their arms. You might have a fast pulse and you might feel scared of this fast pulse or the heartbeat going faster. You may feel sick, nausea, as if you feel like vomiting in front of people, and that can also be a symptom. Shaky hands and shaky legs, wherein you're standing in front of people and your hands shake and your legs start to shake uncontrollably and you're really not able to do anything about them. Well friends, these are certain symptoms which can happen to you, and that is a sign that you're troubling or you've been troubled by stage fear. We are now going to discuss certain strategies to reduce stage fear. Well, visualization strategies. Now it's very important to understand that visualization can actually help you break this entire fear of stage. Strategies in advance of the program, strategies just before you actually begin your speech, strategies when the speech begins, and that is some online or on-camera techniques which we will also talk about. Let's discuss in detail about each and every step right now. Well, what is visualization? Visualization is nothing but the act or the feel of actually mentally feeling something in your mind, wherein you link something to your brain. You feel something and you start making your brain believe that. If you really want to give a good speech in front of people and really get rid of stage fear, start to visualize. Now let's look at how you can visualize. Concentrate on how good you are. Well, forget all this negative words and phrases coming in your mind that you are of no good, you can never give a good speech, etc. Concentrate on how good you want to be and how good you are. Try to make your brain believe that. Pretend chatting with friends. Well, when it comes to stage or performance on a stage, pretend like you're not talking to a group of strangers, but rather you're just chatting away in a casual manner to your friends. That can actually help you get rid of stage fear. Close your eyes. Well, just pretend that you have your eyes closed and you're actually visualizing all the good things happening to you without they actually happening. You're imagining it in your mind and your brain, trust me, is believing that. Imagine audience enjoying your speech. Just close your eyes and visualize that the audience is loving your speech and applauding you, rewarding you, and really calling out your name that well done. Remember happy moments from the past. Well, that can also help you get rid of stage fear. When you're happy or when you're thinking happy thoughts, it can actually burst the bubble and remove all negativity from your mind. Now let's look at certain strategies in advance of the program. Before you actually begin the program, there are certain things or strategies and tips that I'd like to share with you, which you can actually go through in your mind just before the program. Develop an interest in the topic. Well, now your boss or your manager might have given you a topic in which you have zero interest. Well, the first thing you need to do is develop an interest into the topic that you will be speaking about, because your voice and your volume and the way you speak shows or needs to have a lot of energy and enthusiasm and passion about the topic. Be extremely well prepared. Well, I cannot tell you how important is this point. If you are not prepared, you will definitely face fear. When you are prepared, you are in control of your emotions. Anticipate hard and easy questions. Try to think of what are the number of questions which the audience might ask you. Certain hard questions, certain easy questions. Well, you need to have answers to all questions coming your way. Organize yourself, organize your thoughts, and organize your speech. Memorize your opening statement. Well, the first thing which we have to say to a group of people or audience, we need to memorize that. We need to be so pro at it that people in the audience can actually feel we are expert on that particular topic. So try to say the opening line or the introduction over and over again in your mind. Practice it so that you actually remember your opening statement. Last but not the least, you need to practice, and some more practice. Well, that is the essence of a good speech, wherein you have practiced so much that you have absolutely no room for fear in your mind. You are so well prepared and well practiced. Well friends, now let's look at certain strategies just before the program. What are certain things you need to do just before the program? Well, be in the room early and check on everything. You don't want anything going haywire in your speech or presentation. So it's important to check on everything. So check on the lights, check in the room, everything is in appropriate place so that there are no goof ups which happen later. Get into conversation with people near you. Well, as and when people are coming into the room, it's a good idea to start talking to them, introducing yourself, or just have a general chit chat with them. Look at your notes. Well, it's important that you have your notes ready in front of you, and it's a good idea to take a quick look at these notes just before you begin your program. Take a quick walk. Well, it is a proven fact that when you are walking, your mind is actually less stressed. So take a walk and just feel happy and good about the whole thing. Concentrate on the ideas and not on the audience. Remember, you need to make your ideas very nicely presented in front of people. So do not think about the audience, just think about your speech and how good your speech is. Have hidden notes around in case you forget. Well, I would rather say have some cue cards which has certain points written on them just in case you might forget your line of thoughts during a speech. So it's a good idea to have these notes hidden here and there. Shake hands and greet the attendees when they are coming just before the program. It's a good idea to have a nice, bright smile on your face. Greet people, allow them to talk to you about what they are happening or what they are going through. Go somewhere private and warm up your voice, your muscles, etc. Well, be a little away from people, and when you are there at somewhere private, just kind of do a little bit of exercise for your voice, making sure that it's sounding nice. Probably do a quick, stretch of your muscles, which will make you definitely feel at ease. Well, go to a mirror and check out how you look, and that can be the biggest booster to you. Well, look at yourself in the mirror, see whether you're appropriately dressed or no, have a smile on your face and feel absolutely charged up. Take a few breaths. Well, just inhale and exhale, few breaths which will help you calm your nerves and be at peace. Before a program, your nerves can be really rattling and you might feel very high pulse and high rate of breath, etc. It's important to cool yourself down. So go somewhere private and take a few deep breaths. Well, the strategies which we will discuss when the speech begins. Now, this is the moment that you have been waiting for, the time wherein your speech needs to be presented. So let's look at how can you make your speech interesting and have a wow factor in your speech. Let's see that. Watch your body language. Well, friends, it's very essential to be mindful of your body language. Action speaks louder than words. We have that heard a lot of times, right? So just make sure your body language is not showing any kind of nervousness or anxiety. Make sure your body language is positive and you feel good about yourself. Do not hold the notes. Well, it's important to leave your hands free during a speech. So do not hold on to any kind of notes or any kind of paper which will not help you to have a good gesture. So keep your hands absolutely free and do not fidget with your hands. Important to keep your eye contact. Well, look at everybody in the audience without actually not staring at anybody at the same time. So have a lighthouse effect, meaning look at everybody simultaneously to make sure nobody is missed out from your eye contact. Look at the friendliest face in the audience. Well, if you spot a nice, pretty looking or a handsome looking face in the audience and somebody who has a nice, friendly smile, it's a good idea to look at that person during your speech more often because it will help you to release your nervousness, and trust me, that's very important. Don't comment on your nervousness. Well, a lot of people who are actually presenting go ahead and say this to their audience that, you know what, I'm very nervous about saying this speech. Well, I would say it's not a good idea to comment on your nervousness because people in the audience can start judging you, and accordingly that cannot work out well for you. So even if you are feeling nervous, there's no point of saying it to the group of people you're presenting in front of. So let your nervousness be. The most important thing, you need to smile. Have that beautiful smile on, and when you're presenting in front of your group of people, don't let that smile ever leave you, and that shows your confidence. Certain skills and certain attitudes we will look at to conquer stage fright. Well, attitude is something that no one can teach you. It's something that you need to have within yourself. Skills can be taught. Let's look at some of them. Practice performing before an audience. Well, if you have your house where you have your people, your family members, it's a good idea to get them all together in a living room or a drawing room and just practice in front of people you're comfortable with. Practice will only make you perfect with what you have to say. So practice in front of people as much as you can. Think only about success, and you need to feel like a success. So it's all about your mind game. You need to fake it till you can make it. Believe that your speech has gone wonderfully and people are actually liking you, liking your speech, etc. Look and feel like a successful person. Remember your outstanding parts which may have happened in the past. Replace any kind of negative attitude with positive. Well, instead of telling yourself, I can't do this, it's good to say, I will do it and I better do it. Remove the word it's impossible from your dictionary and replace it with it's possible. So remove any kind of negative attitude and remove it, or rather replace it with positive. Decide beforehand that it will be a fun experience. Well friends, a speech does not have to be boring. You can also make it very entertaining and light and funny so that people actually enjoy listening to you, and it should be nice entertainment for them. So at the same time, it has to be learning with fun. You cannot only have fun with your audience, you need to also have some takeaways for them or some learning in a light and not a serious manner. Well friends, that actually brings us to this nice module on how to overcome stage fear. I have truly enjoyed teaching you this module, which is again one of my own favorite topics. We do hope that after listening to this particular module on overcoming stage fear, your fear will really go out of the window and you will practice to overcome your stage fear. Thank you very much for watching us, and do leave your comments in the comment box. Thank you once again.